kung ano yung i-offer sa'yo, initially, it's not the best offer yet.
Ano yung performance mo sa start?
It's bad.
Oh, it was bad.
It's really, really bad.
Welcome to Invest Ambitiously, where we inspire you to dream ambitiously, live ambitiously, because you invest ambitiously. Today, we are joined by Mike of Stocksilog. Learn how he built 4 streams of income from his origins as a BPO professional to a successful stock investor, popular content creator, and financial educator. This is going to be an exciting episode kasi Mike, I heard na nag-30x ka one time, 30x one stock. But before that, Mike, can you tell us a little bit of background about your life prior to getting into investing?
I'm a normal employee. So I started in a PPO setting. I'm a technical support representative in one of local but international call center here in the Philippines a while back. So just a typical breadwinner.
Yeah.
No, but the good thing is my parents doesn't really ask me to provide for them. So I would say about 80%, 90% of my earnings are mine.
Oh, that's great.
Siguro it just felt a little bit when I realized na sabi ko ano, I have been a couple of years out already from college. I've been working. But then again, walang laman yung bank account ko. Although I am getting the sweldo regularly, pero walang laman eh. So, doon ako medyo napapag-isip, but I wasn't really drawn to it yet.
Yeah.
Until such time na one of my office mate, what do you call that? Like a financial advisor on one of the
Insurance?
Insurance.
Oh, right.
Yes. And the funny thing there is, ang una niyang pinipitch sa akin was of course insurance, which I don't have at that time.
Yeah.
Or I was really reluctant to go with that. Kasi I have that thinking before na kung ano yung i-offer sa'yo, initially, it's not the best offer yet. You have to look inside.
Kung baga, second opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
I got interested when he was turning the page. Merong lumabas na something here. It says mutual fund. Eh, sabi ko parang may naririnig ko na siya before, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. And then, sabi kong ganon, ano yun? What's mutual fund? Stock market pala is a product of a mutual fund.
Yeah.
So, at that point, doon ako nagka-interest. Instead of getting insurance from him, I went on subscribing to a mutual fund instead.
All right. How did you go from mutual fund naman to individual stock investing?
I've been doing the mutual fund for about a year and a half. Kasi nagkaroon ako ng interest on the financial side eh. Sabi kong ganon, ba't parang ang bagal? That's also the time wherein I started following and joining mga groups sa social media about stock market and the investment. And then I see there people are having, let's say, earning, let's say 5,000 or up to 500,000 in a month because of doing stock trading, something like that. And then I'm only getting this. There might be something else.
Yeah.
No, and that's the time na talagang nag-deep dive na ako on how to start on the stock market. So doon, from mutual fund, I transitioned into investing directly sa stock market.
Give me a sense of ano yung performance mo sa start. Was it great right away or fits and starts?
It's bad.
Oh, it was bad.
It's really, really bad. I still recall yung first ever stock ko. Kasi syempre, for anyone who's starting, ang unang tanong, anong stock bibilin mo?
Yes.
And then, when I scanned through, so syempre, the only thing that struck me were really the companies na popular.
Yeah.
And that's where Jollibee came in.
Yeah.
So, I bought Jollibee. I initially started with 5,000 pesos. After a week, I think Jollibee went down. So, down ako ng, if I'm not mistaken, around 16 to 18%. I had to sell it.
Yeah.
So, kung gano'n, nawalan ako ng pera. I really thought, initially kasi na, madali lang siya. You just have to buy, and then wait, and then kikita ka na. And then there, I realized, it's not that straightforward.
Correct.
No? Pero, the opposite thing happened to me is that, instead na mapanghinaan ka ng loob, pa-challenge pa talaga ako.
Yes.
Sabi kong gano'n, I know that there are a lot of people who are making money on this one. Why can't I?
Yeah. When did you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel na, wait, this is actually leading me to something?
Na-realize ko na this is not about the outcome. Hindi siya yung profit lang. It's the journey going there. Yung going into more consistency.
Yeah.
Eventually, yung na-realize ko na hindi mo naman kailangan na lagi kang nananalo on the market. Because technically, even the best traders,
Correct.
right? Hindi naman sila lagi nananalo eh. It's just that they know how to trade. They know how to implement their own, yung tinatawag nating risk management.
Yep. People assume they always focus on the result.
Yeah.
Pero from the beginning, I focus on the process. Tapos palagi ko iisip, okay, in 10 years, when I become this good of a trader, ito na yung kinikita ko. That was the only thing that was keeping me going, di ba? Parang through the losses, what I would do is I would document all my losses and I would study why. But my focus was on the process, not on the result. And I felt that made all the difference because most people just focus on whether they're winning or losing.
At the end of the day, trading is a skill
Yes.
that you really have to do a lot of times. And by doing it a lot of times, hindi mo naman mag-guarantee it's always winning eh.
Correct.
No? But what you can get there is the learning.
Yes. I actually always argue na it's one of the best skill sets to learn. Kasi you get better with time as opposed to your skill set deteriorating or nagiging obsolete. You actually get better and better with time. That's why you have somebody like a Warren Buffett na 90s who's still doing the work. What was the catalyst for you to start Stocksilog? And before that, tell us why you chose the name Stocksilog.
Well, it's a funny thing at that time kasi what name can I use that would resonate na this is a Filipino type of content?
Yeah.
No? I was thinking about that while I'm having my breakfast. The twist there is my breakfast at that time was the typical pandesal, pancit canton, and itlog.
Yeah.
And my breakfast back then was 6 p.m. Kasi panggabi ako eh. I'm in night shift.
Oh, night shift.
Yes.
All right.
So, nag-isip ako. And I know that it's really hard to get breakfast. You have to be creative now on that part. Hanggang sa naisip ko, sabi ko, parang gusto ko ng corned beef silog. And then parang light bulb moment na, okay, why not combine the two nilang stocks and silog directly to the point kung ano yung ginagawa ko, and at the same time, eating mo tayo daw.
Yeah.
So, and with the Filipino twist then.
Can you tell me lang, what's the breakdown of your income right now in terms of percentage? How many percent do you get from your work and from stock trading?
Sa ngayon kasi I have 4 streams of income. My full-time job, which is still 50%. Trading, before it was as high as 40%. But now medyo nagle-lessen down siya to about 20% na lang.
Okay.
The bulk on content creation.
Nice.
Wherein
This is for Stocksilog.
for Stocksilog, yes. And from there kasi I'm able to spread more awareness and at the same time help yung mga kababayan natin who are really interested, no, to be proficient on investing and trading.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, let's go to the exciting part. So tell us the story. So ngayon nagigets ko na, you started Stocksilog mga 2012. During that time, there was this one supernova of a stock.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me about that experience of yours?
Yes. Well, it was about Double Dragon at that time.
Yeah.
No. The funny thing about Double Dragon is even before it IPO'd, IPO is the stock going into the stock market na for the first time. And I've heard a lot of things about them already. Especially their the founder.
Mm.
You know, so si Inja. I've been following his story from the Mang Inasal days, no, up until venturing into sa Double Dragon. So I'm very inspired doon sa part na yun. And I've seen a lot of his work in the past. So sabi ko ganon, once Double Dragon goes IPO, I'll definitely buy it. Now it IPO'd at I think at 1 peso, from 1 peso or 2 pesos.
2 pesos. 2 pesos, yeah.
So I thought it was really cheap at that time, no? And there are a lot of, siyempre, I'm on the social media, so I see a lot of positive and negative na mga comments about it, which is normal.
Normal.
So kumbaga nasa akin na lang how I would filter those information and how I would investigate to get the real story. No? So I bought, hindi ko siya ginalaw for quite a while. Hanggang sa part na humaba na siya, nakikita ko na umaangat na yung price niya.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the very first dilemma that I had was, ibebenta ko na ba siya? From 2 pesos, imagine going into 10, 12 pesos. Ang laki na nun. Ang laki na nun. So, it's 5x na. So, this is nice. This is nice. Kinabahan ako, natakot ako kasi, at that time kasi wala pa ako ganun kalaking experience on the market. So, hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko.
Yeah.
Up to the point na dahil sa sobrang frustrated na ako na hindi ko alam yung gagawin ko, hinayaan ko na lang siya.
Yeah.
And it turned out after, I think, a few more months, nagulat na lang ako when I checked, it's around 40 pesos na. So, parang kinabahan ako pa rin at the same time natuwa kasi lumaki na siya.
Yes.
No? The very first thing na gusto kong ma-achieve is to earn 1 million in just one trade. And I was really happy to see that I was able to get that from Double Dragon.
This was from 2 pesos to 12 pesos. Pero hindi mo pa binenta, di ba?
Hindi ko pa siya binenta even at 40 pesos. Kasi I was targeting that, no? Malapit na ako doon. So, hanggang sumabot na siya ng 60, 70.
That's when you were starting to think na, no?
Yeah, so sabi kong ganon, wait lang, my target is to have 1 million on one trade.
Yes.
And I already have that. So, ano pa hinihintay ko? Yes. Parang gano'n na. So, I had to, sabi ko, sige na, I have to sell this one. And then when I got out of it, doon na rin medyo naglilo na rin si Double Dragon. But I was really happy kasi I know a lot of people made a lot of money because of Double Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was, sabi ko gano'n, that's just my first. So, I was really looking for another Double Dragon. Yeah. And then, several years after, si Injap, nag-IPO din nung isa niyang stock. O isa niyang company, which is Merrimart. I wanted to parang reproduce yung nagawa ko before. But still, at least this time around, I now have enough experience to say na hindi na kagana yung chamba-chamba lang.
Yeah.
You really have to do an effort to maximize yung potential na kung hanggang saan yung kaya mong gawin.
Yep.
No? On a single trade. So, I still recall Merrimart IPO'd at 1 peso.
Correct. Yes.
Inabahan ko rin talaga yun kasi there's now the hype because of what happened from the past.
Correct. Yes.
Diba? So, sabi ko ganon, if there's a hype, wala nang masama kung sasakyan ko siya. I just have to be responsible enough to follow yung strategy na kailangan kong gawin. So, I bought it and then it rose to around 8 pesos. Kay Merrimart, trading ang ginawa ko talaga sa kanya. Yeah, siguro I think I made around 4 to 6 trades from that.
Yes.
No? I'm quite happy naman na it turned out positively din naman in terms of experience and profit.
Yeah, brilliant story. Sobrang brilliant story. I love it. Kasi yung Double Dragon was the lightning in the bottle. This time naman, iniisip mo, kailangan process-oriented na ako to capture as much as I can. Right? It was that the mentality na, no? Parang, right?
Yeah.
So, Mike, last question. Can you tell us how has investing ambitiously changed your life?
With investing kasi, I've been in the market for so long. And on every trade that I do, I learn something new.
Yeah.
And for me, that's very important. That's what keeps me motivated to do trading.
Yeah.
You know? Kasi for some, it's about the money, it's about the profit. For me kasi, it's just a byproduct of what you wanted to do. No? And siguro one thing that really struck me the most is the concept of accountability.
Mm.
You know? Especially on these days na social media is really prevalent on everything. Madami dyan magbabash sa mga companies. Na I always say na, guys, remember, those companies did not ask you to buy. Hindi sila yung pumasok sa accounting nyo, sinalang yung stock, and then nag-press ng buy. Always remember, it's you who made that buy position. And it's you who will be making the sell position.
Yep.
No? So, you have to be accountable on every trade. Doon mo lang makita yung lessons kung what really happened and how can you put that lesson into action the next time around so that may something new ka na to earn from. You know?
Correct. Something new in your toolkit. right? A lot of great lessons from Mike. Thank you, Mike, for spending the time. I think yung viewers natin definitely learn a lot from this episode.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
No, thank you, Mike. Thank you. Up next,
being able to say yes. Kina mama, sabihin nila, punta tayo sa lola mo, I get to say yes to opportunities, to time na hindi ka mag-worry na maglilive ba ako or kailangan ko ng ganitong isa-set.